Charles and I settled here in the booth.
Are you? Oh my God, bro.
Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And here we go. The Super Bowl of Madden Ultimate Team is underway. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down.
Down.
At about the 23.
Dude, this league is full of sweaties, I swear.
One man in the backfield. That's McCoy. And they'll get it up the middle. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game. An extra quarter on the field for New England here on 3rd down.
Yeah, another DB. On 3rd down, Ryan. Toward the side.
Bruh, come on, bruh. Can you play that? Like, oh my God.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do
I don't see that again.
in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practice,
Brandon covered and he's so caught it.
after practices as
Like it was
well,
nothing.
they really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a 1st carry for LeGarrette Blount. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. And on the tackle there, Ray Nitsky. And his heyday, it was before my day, it was before your day, but he was something else.
Look, I can still see that 6'6" on his jersey and him rattling running backs and getting after quarterbacks. He used to wrap his forearms up, and he just had a big flipper and come up and thump people in the chest. He was an absolute marvel playing in the linebacker position, especially right there in the middle. A Hall of Famer in 1978, and deservedly so.
They'll try to run for the 1st with Henry.
Oh my God, bro.
Yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move.
I had that stuffed.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
So the D-line's going to spread out. From midfield now, here's Ryan. Toward the sideline and
Shit, my bad.
Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, and this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And he stopped immediately there. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me was his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there. Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Hopkins the man in motion right. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski.
Shit.
An 8-yard pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Well, the field goal attempt was
How'd I give that up, bro?
but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Now blown. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Back now with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Austin.
Don't think I'm loyal.
Quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. A long drive here. Play 12 coming up for the offense. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Now I was with you.
Down there in the trenches and a nice play to stop him cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Defense sinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Again, it's McCoy. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
That was my bad. I should have waited until I saw what he was going to call.
First and goal.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. First down and goal to go from the 7. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things can go wrong in this.
Let's go, bro. Let's go, Lee.
And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
One receiver left, that's Allen. And he motions the wide receiver. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And the tight end Olsen, right side. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Halfback sent in motion. Time to step aside. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Rodgers now on 1st down. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line.
Like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. On 1st down, Rodgers. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now it's Rodgers, eluding the pressure right. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. Give him 3 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Oh my God, bro.
He's had great protection back there to throw. Really been able to survey from the pocket.
That means the jersey stays clean, so the dry cleaning bill, that's reduced. It also means the trainer doesn't have to deal with him because he's not getting hit. Also means that he's able to find targets downfield.
That's a first.
At his leisure. That allows him to be really accurate.
It's a gain of just a couple there. It's enough to get him the first.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
It wouldn't let me scramble, bro.
The
fuck?
He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. So the defense gets to the quarterback. Now the offense backed up on 2nd down. And the back goes into motion. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's brought down. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Dancing to his left.
Oh shit, I hit the wrong button.
So
Fuck.
17 seconds now on the clock here.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone,
I had X by accident hit RB.
see the ball thrown and react to it very quickly.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw is Rodgers. And the tight end Olsen, right side. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive go. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score.
Let's go, man.
As we will send you eastward to Orlando. And
I'll take the 3 any day.
Standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Patriots. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. They'll run it with Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the 3rd quarter. Because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
Give him 10 yards to pick up, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
One receiver left, that's Allen. And the play clock's running down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Let's go, bro.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 40.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to get that, and that's what he did.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Golden Tate, his intended.
Is that like an instant block shit or some shit? What the fuck was it?
Here comes play number 6 on this drive. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL...
Yeah, dude, that was an instant block shit.
This feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build.
Why'd I call the same play twice in a row, bro?
Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete.
Fuck, dude.
The football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Now Ryan toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Angry voices.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. In motion right is Hopkins. On 3rd down, Ryan. And that is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that brings up 4th down.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Hopkins, the man in motion right. Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Worked, bro.
Picked off by Dayon Buchanan.
Let's go, man.
This one to the 23-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out on the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They'll run with a tight end. It's Olsen. And a short gain here down to the 22. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great
Hey, what up, Montana?
position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. gun on third down. Rodgers. And this is complete.
Got
It's
it.
Allen. And he won't have the touchdown, but
What
he
up, what up,
will
what up?
have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So they're operating in the red zone. They come out here in the eye. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. David Johnson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Thanks, man.
Good, and that'll increase their lead.
I'm playing really well right now, actually. Especially for this early. I'm not used to playing this well early. The fumble that he got, just, I really wish it didn't happen, but I mean, it's not affecting me too much. So it's not good. I mean, he laid me out though. So.
Following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally
Good run.
affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to
That was
be
my
careful
bad.
about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They slot Gronkowski outright. In motion left is Hopkins. Now Ryan on first down. And
What was he trying there?
He just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I have no idea what he was trying to do there.
He's going to look up at the booth and kind of look at us and say, hey, you guys got any suggestions? It's been that kind of game, hasn't it? They've had
Never seen that before.
Yeah, and I get that you're trying to make a play here losing fourth quarter, but to throw when you're not set with pressure
Good play.
coming could have been
I can't cover everything,
very
man.
much so, and it's been that kind of game for him. They've had him on the run, had him off balance. He's got to find a way to make some big-time throws down the stretch.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down.
Good play, Malloy.
Couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
I need to base a line when I do this because it's just messing up how my zones are aligned. So I really should have Eric Berry out there on the sides, but it's whatever.
Second down following the incompletion. Second and 10 now. Ryan. He's going to let this one go deep.
He caught that. Oh my god.
Give him 30 yards there. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just
Good play.
get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing again, Ryan. Can't find anyone open. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of every
Exactly one tenor.
Maybe a wise call not to take a
Try to give him
sack.
options as best I can, but
Brings up third down.
sometimes this game's
Kindergarten skills and draw where the tackle box would be, because that was close. I thought he was in the tackle box. He has to be very careful where he gets rid of the football from that spot.
Yeah, they say there was a receiver in the area, though.
Yeah. There's always a receiver
Locked
in the
up.
area.
Being chased out left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
I need to look at that again because I'm pretty sure you got a weird ass animation. I don't think that would have been adopted. I think we would have dropped it anyways. But I mean, it's still couldn't take it through.
will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for.
Pretty sure he just got a terrible animation. Okay.